Hey there and welcome back to Best Practice TV. In this episode, we're talking about our top tips for internal auditing, part of your management system, whether it's quality, safety, environment, or data security, or even food safety. Something really exciting. A couple of our top tips. A number of our YouTube videos have performed really well, so we're going to give you more. Stay tuned. So thanks for joining us. Our Internal Auditor Top Tips video has been quite popular on our YouTube channel, so we thought we'd do a little refresher and we'll throw it in the playlist. And we've got a couple of top tips, and the first is, I guess lots of people ask us questions on how do I start, how do I get going with my internal audits? And probably the most important thing to remember is that internal audits are part of the checking process or part of the review process, but more importantly, not what process they're part of, but what is the objective. And the objective is to fundamentally use it as an improvement tool, so to identify opportunities for improvement to help you sort of prioritize what you're going to work on. So for example, if you were going to the gym and doing exercise, then there might be a couple of key areas that are your weaknesses that you're going to work on, and that's sort of the result of maybe a self-assessment. So an internal audit's like a self-assessment, but the real value comes from when you're working in a team. So the top tip would be, think about the fact that it's to identify opportunities for improvement or identify gaps. Then the second tip is about doing it in a team or certainly in a partnership. So who are the people in your organisation that you could speak with or spend time with and start to review what they're doing and help them to identify opportunities for improvement? So you as the internal auditor doing the review, asking the questions, and those guys really thinking about what they could do to improve. So a good question is, what are the sorts of things that we could look at or work on that are really going to improve our customer service? What are the sorts of things that upset our customers and are the things that we could prioritize to really get a lot of benefit out of our quality management system? So there's a couple of examples of how we could unpack and identify some opportunities for improvement as part of an internal audit process. So tip number 3, it's about the comparison. The comparison of what the organisation said you would do and then what is actually happening, what you're observing. So as the internal auditor, it's about observing, it's about looking, using your ears, using your eyes to actually look and observe and understand and get a good, clear picture of what the organisation's doing and in comparison to the guidance. So if I give you a quick example, we might have a policy or procedure about how we take orders or how we talk to our customers or communicate with our customers and understand what their order is or what their need is or what their scope is or what their requirements are. And then we might start to roll out that process. So if they want a particular service or product delivered on a particular time for a particular cost and a particular quantity, how does that roll through the organisation? So as the auditor, it's about observing. So what was written down and what is being delivered, and you're identifying fundamentally if there's a match or a mismatch. So the auditor's sitting on the fence. So observing what you said you would do and sitting on the fence. Top tip 4 is this concept of sitting on a fence. So it's about being impartial and not conveying your opinion, even verbally, but more importantly, not with your body language. So if you see something going on and you're like, oh my God, what's going on? Then you're starting to pass judgment, and it's really important to try and be very impartial and sit on the fence, because all you're looking for is what the organisation said they would do and what's going on, and is there a match or a mismatch? So that's top tip number 4. Top tip number 5 is to just keep it simple, really simple. It's about going out into your organisation and asking the question, show me. So spending time with your organisation and saying, can you show me what you do? And I'll follow it in the processes that we've defined. So if you've got pictures or work instructions or policies or procedures, you're asking your team, the people you're working with, to say, just show me. I'm going to follow, you do what you've got to do, you do the process as you understand it, and show me what you're doing, and then I'll follow it in the instructions that have been captured. And so just keeping it really, really simple. And top tip number 6, and that's the last tip, is don't make them too long. And my fundamental recommendation when you're getting started and you're trying to work out what to do is just keep it to an hour. So divide the hour into 3 parts, 20 minutes to prepare, 20 minutes to go and spend some time with your colleagues in the organisation, talking and interviewing and observing, and 20 minutes to consolidate your thoughts and maybe write a little list of the things that you saw that could be improved, opportunities for improvement. Now, the last thing about the internal audit process is that's one step of the business improvement cycle, and the internal audits might feed into an improvements register, a non-conformance register, corrective preventive action register, opportunities for improvement register, any of those sorts of things, and that in turn feeds into management review. That's how it all connects together. Now, the great thing about internal audits and what we do here at Best Practice is we've got a great course, and there's lots of great videos here obviously on our YouTube channel. We do webinars from time to time, but we have got a great course. So jump across into our training portal and we can take you through an internal auditor training course, give you all of our top tips and tricks that have been assembled from all of the great team here at Best Practice. And if you have got a question, comment below on this video. If there's more content that you want to see, comment below on this video. But don't forget to follow us, hit subscribe to the YouTube channel because there's lots of great stuff coming out every week. Jump across onto our Facebook page, there's a bunch of great stuff happening there. And if you're new to Instagram, have a look at the Best Practice TV Instagram page. The girls here in the marketing team, lots of great inspirational quotes on a week-to-week basis that are really, really, really exciting and motivational. Find me on LinkedIn at Kobe Simmet. Look for my handles in the comments below. And I will see you soon next time on Best Practice TV. Bye for now.